Hey there, thanks for watching. Before we start, I just want to give a quick shout out to my brother Bennett. He is about to leave on a 2-year-long church mission, and I just wanted to say good luck. Thanks for being such a great climbing partner, and I will see you in 2. In this video, we will be summiting Granite Peak, the tallest mountain in Montana. I'm here with my brother Bennett in the Beartooth Mountain Range. We just drove up here from Idaho and Utah, and we're about to start a 3-day backpacking trip up to the top of Granite Peak and back. So we're here at the trailhead for Mystic Lake. We actually just walked a mile from the overflow parking lot because the road from there to here was washed out during this spring runoff. Had a little bit of flooding. So our route for this adventure is going to be via Huckleberry Creek and Avalanche Lake. So today we're gonna hike up to Mystic Lake, hike along the lake, and then cut up Huckleberry Creek. We're actually gonna camp at a lake called Princess Lake. And then tomorrow we will continue on past Avalanche Lake, up to the ridge, and walk the ridge to the summit of Granite Peak. We'll be going back the same way. So today we just need to get to Princess Lake, which will be our base camp. It's about 7 miles from here. So we're gonna get on the trail right now. Let's rock and roll. So here we are at Mystic Lake. Really beautiful spot. The color of this water is just absolutely gorgeous. It was pretty cool to come up over the top of the ridge there and see the dam and the top of the aqueduct for the hydropower system. So right now we're just taking a little water break, enjoying this beautiful place. And then we have about a 3-mile traverse alongside this lake until we get to the cutoff up to Princess Lake where we're camping tonight. So this is Huckleberry Creek. This is gonna be our turnoff to go up to Princess Lake where we're camping. Looks like this bridge suffered a little bit of damage during the recent flooding. Totally washed out on one side. That is insane. Just starting our journey up Huckleberry Creek right here. I don't think that this trail is very well maintained. It's more of a route than a trail, I think. A lot of deadfall through here, but this is really cool. Look at this waterfall right here. Wow. We made it to Princess Lake and we found a little flat spot up on this hill here. I think we're gonna use this for our campsite. There's probably better campsites on this lake somewhere, but we're getting pretty tired. We're ready to chill out for the evening, so we're gonna take this spot. We had a good time on that little scramble up next to the waterfall. That was really cool. And right here, we're kind of set up for what we need to climb up tomorrow, right over there. So we're gonna set up our camp and have some dinner. Good morning from this slab of rock up above Princess Lake. We had a nice evening here last night. We had some dinner and got some sleep, which we really needed. Because today we are climbing all the way up to the summit of Granite Peak. Our first goal today is to climb out of this basin that we're in up to the next basin, which is by Avalanche Lake. And then we will traverse the boulders over to the chute and then climb the chute all the way up to the ridge and summit Granite Peak. It's a beautiful day. The weather is clear and perfect and ideal for our climb that we have today. So we made it up here to Avalanche Lake. We're kind of right up in this boulder field on the side of Avalanche Lake. And we can see our route now up through this big chute, and then the climb to the summit, which we think we can see Granite Peak right in front of us. So looks like we still got a long ways to go. We have been boulder hopping through some of the biggest boulders I've ever seen. It's been kind of like the past hour we've been just cruising over these giant boulders. It's a little tricky, but we're making progress slow and steady, and we're feeling good. I feel like these Beartooths have some pretty sinister names for things. Right now we're at Avalanche Lake, and we're also in the vicinity of Cold Lake and Storm Lake. And right above me, up there, you can't really tell from here, but that's called Froze to Death Plateau. We made it up to the ridge here. This is a pretty significant milestone, but we can't celebrate too much because we still have a long ways to go to get to the top. Right there. So, but we're feeling okay. It's pretty tough just going over these boulders all day. It's really, really hard. And we're getting a little tired, but I think we're gonna be able to push through and make it to the top. Okay, so here we are on the top of Granite Peak, tallest point in Montana. Our elevation is 12,807 feet above sea level, and currently we are standing higher and taller than everybody else in the great state of Montana. That journey was about 4 miles with close to 4,000 vert, and it took us almost 8 hours. That was really, really hard. Because we were boulder hopping, or actually first we were bushwhacking, and then we were boulder hopping for a really long time. And then we had to climb up some kind of sketchy stuff to get here. But we made it, so that's good. The view up here is quite fantastic. You can see Cold Lake and Avalanche Lake, and quite a few cool peaks over there I don't even know the names of. And then on the south side here, you can see the other side of the Beartooths, which lead into Yellowstone National Park. I'm really glad that this peak is the highest point in Montana and not a few peaks down this ridgeline, because it seems like traversing this ridge any further would be just absolutely dangerous. More dangerous than this was.
All right, here we are. Wait, what's this peak called? Granite.
What's this?
I always forget. All right, here we are on top of Granite Peak. Happy to be up here. Since it was a pretty sketchy climb in a few spots, so I'm happy we made it up here safely. We got really lucky on the weather because the forecast predicted 45-mile-an-hour winds, and we got 0-mile-per-hour winds, so this is great and comfortable up here. But yeah, overall a great hike. Not for the faint at heart when it comes to heights, but yeah, highly recommend.
So we've been up here enjoying the views, mostly just trying to rest a little because we are totally exhausted from getting up here. But we can't stay for long because it's gonna take us a long time to get back too. So we are gonna enjoy this for a little bit longer and then pack up and get the heck out of here. So we just made it back to our campsite. Right now it's a little bit after 11 o'clock at night and we are absolutely exhausted. I've done quite a few other state high points. This is number 13 for me, and this one has by far been the toughest state high point I've done. Just because the terrain here is so inhospitable. I mean, we're always either going through bushes, thick deadfall, boulder hopping, and then that last section was very challenging. The scramble up from the saddle to the summit was straight up in many places, and fortunately there was a few cairns, so we were able to kind of navigate a little bit, but it was very, very slow moving progress. So now we're gonna immediately get in bed and sleep for as long as we want, wake up whenever we want tomorrow. Thanks for watching my video. My name's Kent. I do a lot of these travel and exploration and hiking outdoor videos. I'm kind of working my way through the state high points right now. So if you enjoyed this video, feel free to subscribe so you'll see my next one. Thanks again, and see ya.